All right, here we go. The Backyard Pyro Noobs doing our 5 item challenge. We were called out by Full Moon Fireworks. A lot of we don't have any vintage stuff, so and a lot of the stuff I haven't even seen yet. So I'm just gonna pick out 5 items that I have seen that are that are my favorites out of the stash. The other noob is at a 2-week work schedule, and I don't know if he'll be able to do his anytime soon. So, and we keep everything at my house because he's got, grandkids and stuff at the house. So, we'll see if we'll be able to get his in the next week or two. But we'll put the items at the table and we'll start talking about them. All right, here we go. The items are on the table in no particular favorites order, but from small to big. And we will start with this, and I don't know, I forget what they call them. One of the other people that it was part of the challenge had something like this in their favorites, and they had a name for it, and I freaking forgot it. So, but this thing amazes me. It amazes me that you stand this thing up, you light the wick, and this sucker just jumps up, spins, flies in the air, and then, has a pretty decent report. So I had to put it in one of my favorites just because of that fact that it to me, it's mind-boggling, but I like it. I like it a lot. And I don't know, I know maybe you guys out there may know who this is or heard of them or familiar with it. Super cool stuff. So that's one of them. I wouldn't say it's number one, but it's up there. I love 200-gram cakes. So I had to throw out this. This thing is in many of our boards. The Burnout, Love Nunya brand, 16 shot, all salutes. This thing packs a punch, and I think just about everybody probably knows about this thing. So this isn't anything new, but awesome. Mount Everest, a fountain. Never been a big fountain person. We lit one off shortly after 4th of July, and this another one of those things that like sparked fountains for me. It just changed everything for me. And I know there's a lot of other cone ones that are probably better, bigger and better, but you always remember your first, and this was my personal first, but it's not that kind of channel. That's a Mid-South Boomers reference. Hopefully they don't have that copyrighted, but I use it anyway. Thought it'd be funny. But yeah, this fountain's pretty awesome. It shoots up like 25, 30 feet in the air. Super cool, super loud. Like I said, I know there's others, but this was my first. All right, moving on to some more 200-gram cakes. This is Zombie Series by Miracle. I know it's only 5 items, but this is kind of like a whole package kind of deal, So if I had to pick one out of them, I would pick the Zombie Revenge. But they're all real similar. They all start with like a fountain. And throughout the whole thing, it just crackles. It just shoots crackles. But behind that crackle, on each one of them is an awesome, beautiful mine with like different colored tips. These things are gorgeous. I love these things. But like I said, if I had to pick one, I would go with the Zombie's Revenge. I think the mine in that one is a little bit wider. It's a little louder. Super cool. These are cool things. So that always is going to make my list. And then to finalize the top 5, we'll go with Dog Race. We also lit one of these off shortly after 4th of July for a party, and this thing was awesome. It had a great pace. It was pretty loud. Lots of different effects. I'm a dog person. Well, we're both us noobs are dog persons. We both have dogs. But the wrap is awesome. You know, so not like not only the rap, but you know, the effects were. I'm sorry. Not only were the effects awesome, but the rap's pretty cool too. And I just noticed that these dogs got a little bite to them. I'm not a real greyhound fan, and never really seen a greyhound look so mean. But yeah, they beefed them dogs up in that. So that was pretty cool. So those are my five. I'd like to make an honorable mention, or you know, a shout out. Well, actually, a shout out to Light of the World for starting this. Super cool. Really enjoy being, you know, part of the community. Full Moon Fireworks for challenging us. Appreciate that. Thinking about us. And a couple mentions, couple honorable mentions. One to Demon Beast, because you know before this he had mentioned about, you know, all us pyros, you know, like, sharing, and subscribing to each other's channels, getting the community bigger. And then here we are, Light of the World. Light of the World. You know, I don't know if they know each other, but then Light of the World does something like this, and here we are. You know, I've already found myself watching videos, more videos, and subscribing to people that I didn't know were out there, right? So that's what it's all about. So honorable mention to Demon Beast, and also like to mention Anonymous Pyro. I really wanted to challenge this person. Don't know if it's a male or female, but so I don't want to, you know, I just say that this person, and this person, you know, comments on everything, super supportive. See this person everywhere. I don't think I was going to challenge them, but they don't have any videos on their page, so I just want to let them be known, right? You know, praise should go to people that, you know, deserve it, and I think that person does. So, but anyway, as for the challengers, we would like to call out Shake the Block Pyro, Nebsker Pyro, and Black Powder Pyros, and I will have their names up there in a second. If anybody, if they don't get this, and you guys know them, any of you people know them, you know, let them know they've been challenged. And once again, thanks, Light of the World, for starting this. Appreciate you. Peace.